Hi, we're Jay and Laura Laffoon, and we are so excited to be in front of your church leadership, really talking about marriage ministry in the church. We're excited that you've invited our staff to come and present to you what we're really looking at and the concept that we are moving forward with. About 2 years ago, Laura and I were confronted by a friend, and really that confrontation became the conviction of the Holy Spirit that when we were done with our conferences, we would stand on the stage and we would wave goodbye, getting people pumped up about marriage ministry or about marriage, and then do nothing for them for the rest of the year. So we decided to do some research on marriage ministry in the church.
So here's what we did. We researched the 100 largest, fastest growing churches in America. And what we found was this. Out of those 100 churches, only 3 had viable, sustainable, ongoing marriage ministry.
It was shocking to us. In fact, the more we looked into it, the more we were ready to be done. We were ready to say, okay, if the church doesn't care about marriage ministry, then why should we care about marriage ministry? Our research indicated that churches hire a marriage ministry pastor as the 11th hire in a church. They hire 2 full-time janitorial staff before they hire a marriage minister, even though almost every ministry will admit that marriage is the core of the church. We were about ready to be done until a friend of ours said, or you could lead the way. You can look at the incredible opportunity that lies in front of you.
When we went into youth ministry, they gave us a manual and they said, here, if you take everything in this manual and you do everything exactly like this manual says, you will have a successful youth ministry. So that's what we did. And we were successful. So here's what we thought. Well, there's got to be a marriage manual out there somewhere. We'll go find it.
We figured we'd find that manual, we'd put it into the hands of other people, put it in the hands of churches, and they could do marriage ministry. Well, no such manual exists. There is no structure. There is no framework for churches and specifically lay people in church to do ongoing marriage ministry. So we decided we needed to create that framework.
So that's what we decided to do. We are going to create a framework that will help you do marriage ministry in your church and actually minister to every marriage in your church. In 1994, at Praise Gathering, Jim Cymbala pointed this out. In 1994, he said, we have more marriage books and more marriage resources than ever before in history, yet divorce is at an all-time high. That was 1994. I don't think things are too much different now. What we want to enable you to do is to create that framework that will minister to marriages in your church.
And we believe there's 5 key elements to that framework, and we're building our framework around these elements. The first is that every marriage in your church needs to be encouraged. They need opportunities to be given courage to do this thing called marriage. Second, every marriage needs to be enriched. In other words, making memories. They need to have opportunities to make memories together. The third essential is every marriage needs to be educated. There are marriages in your church that don't know how to handle finances, that don't know how to raise kids, that don't know how to blend this family that we're now dealing with because of divorce. Marriages in your church need to be equipped to do those things that they learn. And finally, marriages in your church need to expand. We need to find mentors to mentor younger couples, to bring them along the path, to keep them growing in their marriage. Those are our 5 essentials that we want to bring the framework to your church to implement.
We're excited because coming this summer, June 28th, we're going to have our first ever training for our Healthy Marriage, Healthy Church Marriage Wellness Initiative. This will be an annual training that we will offer every year. Along with this, in our Healthy Marriage, Healthy Church Marriage Wellness Initiative, we're also going to offer quarterly interactive training for your entire marriage ministry team with a Healthy Marriage, Healthy Church professional. Monthly, we're going to do video training podcasts for your entire marriage ministry team. And on a daily basis, you will have access for your entire congregation to our web-based marriage community. It's going to be the Celebrate style, but it's going to allow you as a church and as a marriage ministry team to create that ongoing framework for your church.
At the end of the day on June 28th, your marriage ministry team will walk away with a plan to implement marriage ministry all year long. Yes, there will be Sunday school curriculum, and yes, there will be small group curriculum that they can offer to your church. But there will also be exciting activities for married couples to do together to create those memories. Events to plan and pull off together that will enrich the lives of married people in your congregation. A full year that says to the married couples of your church, you matter. And no matter where you're at on that marriage spectrum, we're going to help you grow your marriage. This is what you'll walk away with on June 28th. And as a result, we really hope that you'll be involved, that your church will say, yes, we're ready to start saving marriage. Yes, we're ready to start making a difference in the lives of marriages, because when we make a difference in the life of a marriage, we make a difference in the life of the church.
Jay and I would like to invite you to join us in the Healthy Marriage, Healthy Church Marriage Wellness Initiative.